Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth, an extension of the website flickeringmyth.com. My name's EJ Moreno and today we are diving into a brand new review of Disney's The Lion King. Where do we begin with 2019's The Lion King? Let's get this out of the way first. I wanted to go into this review saying nothing but glowing, positive, very nice things, and I have some of those to say. But overall, the experience of this new Lion King film is very mixed for me. This is equal parts a technical achievement, but also a flat, unimaginative, unartistic experience. I don't know where to start with this, but this is going to be quite the journey to talk about. Look, I don't always love those live-action Disney remakes, but I went into this one with way more positivity than normal. This has an iconic source material adapted from Hamlet with a cast like this, with Jon Favreau directing. Overall, I went into this with a lot going, okay, this might not be like all the other experiences. This might not be like Aladdin or Dumbo or Beauty and the Beast, but at times I felt like it was worse than those. I think this painfully shot-for-shot remake wasn't the way to go. I believe actually just seeing that new Mulan trailer really made me want to see a Lion King with that route. A Lion King with the still familiar story we know, but changed, modernized, maybe a little bit more acceptable or accessible for 2019 audiences. What this film really lacks is a magical flair. At times it's like watching an Animal Planet documentary. Hell, actually this reminds me of watching that Disney documentary from earlier this year, Penguins, but I even think that was more beautiful to watch. Look, Lion King is a technical achievement. Much like The Jungle Book, this is an advancement of the visual effects like art. I really think this is really progressing a lot. There are some photorealistic things, we'll talk about that though. There are some photorealistic things in this movie that are just superb. They look amazing. So from a technical standpoint, this is top notch. But from an art standpoint, there's a lot lacking here. Do you remember that original Lion King where Scar had that scene he was talking to the hyenas and it was green and we got that villainous vibe? Do you remember the first time we met Timon and Pumbaa and you were like, who are these characters? They look so different than our lions before. Do you remember Zazu being the most colorful bird? Well, none of that is here. They drained so much of the colors, so much of the life, so much of the art that made that original Lion King so iconic, so memorable to a lot of us. They removed that in this, and that was what really distracted me. They wanted to go to photorealistic. They wanted to look like lions that are just in the middle of Africa, and I got that, and I understood it. But that really hurts us wanting something more colorful, wanting something more artful, and that's lacking here. And hell, when they made those lions talk, the lions were so realistic looking that it looked jarring when they spoke. It was disorienting. It just felt like sometimes the words didn't even match up. And it's not just the lions. Everyone's voice portrayal in this. The voice acting is fine. Oh my god, Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen, so great. Beyonce, so great. Chiwetel Ejiofor as Scar, pretty great. But the way they moved, the way they walked or talked, I really didn't believe it. Look, and I know, they're talking lions. I'm not gonna really believe it, but the way they looked, it just looked off. They went so hard for realistic, so when they're speaking, you're like, what the hell? I believe Andy Serkis tried it with Mowgli this year, where he tried to do, when he would do the animal CGI, he would exaggerate things. It would feel cartoony, and not in a bad way. And that's what I think this movie needed, was cartoony, but not to be, scared of that word. You don't have to always go for realism. You can go for a little bit of magical as well. I briefly mentioned the voice acting, and that is the best part of this. That and the singing of it, because, the actors are singing it. But overall, the voices of this movie, Donald Glover as Simba is so perfect. J.D. McCreary, who plays the young Simba, perfect. Oh my god, Beyonce as Nala, she's not amazing, but she's great. Timon and Pumbaa, amazing. I personally loved Chiwetel Ejiofor's Scar. I think he added something to it. But yeah, again, the center of this piece is Donald Glover, proving Donald Glover is amazing in anything you throw on him. From Atlanta to Lando to this. I love him. I love his hip-hop music. I do think I wish I would have had maybe a Childish Gambino-ish song on here. Like they gave Beyonce an original song, but maybe one more original-ish song from him, I would have fell in love with everything he did, but watching him sing like, "Can you feel like the love tonight" and all that, it was okay. I felt like at times, I was just like, the original is a little bit better, and then like Beyonce would come in, add a note, and I would be like, never mind, this is fine. So yeah, overall, the soundtrack is overall very positive. I think the new Elton John song was great. I think Beyonce's song was fine. But overall, I was just like, oh, okay, this is the least offensive thing of this movie. This still has that magicalness, that flair that we loved in that music. It's still here, and I'm glad that didn't get taken away. The worst part of this movie for me, about 2/3 of the way in, I was bored. I felt like I have been there and done that before. Not with just the Lion King story, but at times I was like, oh god, is this really the fate of some of these live action Disney movies where we're gonna remake them so painfully that we're gonna lose any of that original art that Disney had? Look, Disney at one point was the cutting edge of art, and I really think they're lacking there now. I really think this proved that they're going for that nostalgia factor, that, oh man, you loved this when you were a kid, you're gonna love it again, which has an interesting question for me. If no one would have ever seen The Lion King growing up, if this was their first time experiencing it, does it hold up? Because that's where I was saying earlier, right? It was just kind of like, there's nothing of that thing that grabs you in anymore. And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, God, if you had no nostalgia factor, would this work? Would this kind of storytelling, would these motifs, these tropes, work for a new audience? Because I don't think they're as engaging as they were when I saw that original Lion King. Look, I hate going into a live action remake, comparing it to the cartoon or anything like that. That's a little difficult to do. But this really doesn't do any other, it doesn't do it justice, because it is that painfully shot-for-shot remake. It's like when they remade Psycho and they did it shot-for-shot, and it's like, you're trying to copy Alfred Hitchcock. Here, you're trying to copy one of the most iconic animated Disney films, and it's lackluster. And it doesn't have the same soul as the other one had. And that's what makes it so painful to review this so negative. I want to be a little nicer to this, but honestly, I wasn't wowed with it. I wasn't amazed by it. Like I said, the voice acting's fine, and the visual effects are an achievement of their own. But the movie has nothing else for me that I can glowingly praise. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of The Lion King. My biggest thing for it, might as well just go throw in that Blu-ray of the original animated one and you'll be fine. Hell, watch the 5-hour Hamlet cut by Kenneth Branagh. You'll be fine there as well. But no, overall, I thought this movie was just painfully okay. I wanted to like it more, I wanted to either hate it more, but I'm just stuck in the middle, and that's the worst kind of review to have, where you're just kind of like, I saw it, whatever. What did you guys think of this review? What do you guys think of the Lion King remake? Let me know all your feelings in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week. Make sure you check out flickeringmyth.com because we have amazing articles. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and let's talk about Lion King below.